Welcome back to Fairfax Pilates. I'm Brittany, and we'll be going through a less than 15-minute, highly effective Pilates ab workout today. So if you're interested in building a lot of strength, reducing back pain, and just feeling strong and great, this is the perfect workout for you. So when you're ready, let's begin. All right, so if you want to get a short and sweet, super effective workout in, you want to use a ball. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to actually lean back on it. You want to either place the ball by the shoulder blades for more support, down by the tailbone for more work, or somewhere in between. Once you lie back onto the ball, we want to place our hands behind our head, knees and feet are hip distance. Make sure that the low back really gets a nice tuck sensation, as if you're trying to fill the space behind your back. Lean back over the ball as far as you can to lengthen and extend, and then we're going to flex forward. That's how we're going to start. Heavy tailbone, heavy, straight, grounded lower body here. And we're just leaning back over the ball, breath in, exhale, we flex forward. Keeping the elbows bent here allows for a nice stretch across the chest as well, just warming up the spine. This one allows for a lot of lengthening through the rectus abdominis, and of course we promote some mobility through the thoracic spine, all of which is going to make you very strong and make your back pain-free. Lots of goodness here. All right, so when we come up now, we're going to make the transition into leg slides. So flexing forward, and we're just sending one foot out and then the other. Foot out, then the other. So we're keeping the heels light on the mat, and we're just reaching. Our shoulder blades are still resting against the ball, and we're just sliding the legs out and in. From here, I'm going to lower the ball a little bit more so it's more challenge. Same as we did before, however, we're going to come all the way up. Widen the feet. So as you roll back, support the head and hands, extend the spine, and now exhale, flex completely forward. Take it back as you breathe in. Exhale to come forward, reaching the arms through the center. As we're going through this, let's keep those legs stationary, and we are really just facilitating that full flexion of the spine here. Now, you do not have to keep your hands behind your head. If you would rather leave the arms reaching forward, that might be better for your neck. If you get dizzy going backwards, please listen to your body here. Put the ball where you need it as well. Remember, higher is more support. All right, so from here, knees together, feet together, and we're gonna stay back on the ball, and we're rotating side to side here. And twist and twist, twist and twist. So by keeping those legs together, we're really isolating the obliques. By leaning back on the ball, everything is really working hard. And then we're going to pause onto one side here, and then we're just crunching while we're twisted. Legs gently pressing together. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Other side, same here. Legs gently pressing together. Maintain the rotation. And we're just lifting and lowering, really to isolate the obliques. Keep that flexion happening. Keep the same tempo. All right, now we're going to go into an isometric. So down onto your back, we're going to place the ball against one tabletop leg with both hands here. This is going to be an isometric timed for 30 seconds. So what we're going to do here is we're going to hold the arms straight in place with the ball, and now drive the knee towards the ball. Now, it might look like nothing is happening, but if you're doing this with me, you know there is a lot going on here. Hold the arms still, shoulders down off of the ears. We're going to imprint the lower back into the mat as firmly as you can, paying special attention to driving the rib cage down. We're actively pressing the knee towards the body, so that we get that long, strong stretch. All right, here we go. On to the other side. So we're gonna hold it there. Now let's press into the leg. Holding, holding, holding that leg. We're driving the knee towards the ball. We're holding the ball in place with our straight arms, keeping that resistance constantly. You decide how hard you want to press the hands and knee into the ball and how firmly to press your back into the mat. All right, and then from here, we're going to take a break. So let's play with the different variations. Same setup, tabletop, but this time we're going to flex up. Now the opposite leg is now free into that tabletop as well. You can move the gesture leg. So that's the one that's not anchored with the ball. You can lift and lower the straight leg, or you can simply hold the leg at any length. So low all the way to high, you can just keep it steady. Higher would be easier. Notice once we added this flexion though, there's a whole extra degree of difficulty associated with this isometric. Just breathe, almost there. And now let's go ahead and take a break. All right, so obviously we're gonna do that on the opposite side. So we're gonna bring both knees up to tabletop, pressing against the left leg now, and let's begin. Stretch it out. And now you can stay, you can lengthen, you can hold tabletop, you can move. Really, it is a distraction, right? So there are a lot of effort putting into this to keep the body stable and also to move the leg. Find your rhythmic breath here. We're almost there. And let's go ahead and take a break. Okay, great job. So that one, play with that in the future, however you want, head down, head up, tabletop, whatever you need. All right, so we're gonna switch gears now. Place the ball between the knees, lengthen out, okay, so that your back is flat on the mat. Tabletop both legs, and we're gonna begin double leg toe taps. That just means knees are together, feet touch, and rise to tabletop. I like to place my hand under my head because it anchors my arms down. Then I don't feel the need to grip and flex forward here to support the lower back. Only send the legs down as low as you don't feel any extension through the lumbar spine. Tap down and raise. Tap down, raise back up. Now, channeling our best modified leg stretch here, we add the arms to the double leg toe taps. So lengthen back and never resting the upper body down, but really holding that hover and then crunching in. Now from here, we're going to go bend and stretch, kind of like we're on the reformer, feet in straps, legs out, knees in, legs out, knees in. We've got to keep the imprint here the whole time. Only go so low with the legs that you don't feel lift. Now lift and lower, straight legs, lower and lift. We want to keep the legs parallel, ideally. Hands behind the head supports the neck, of course, but it also makes you heavier because your arms weigh something. It's going to pull on the upper abs. So pick your poison there. All right, so from here, let's get a little bridge, give those hip flexors a smidge of recovery before we change things up again. All right, so we're going to place the ball between the ankles. Anchor the shoulders down, rotate the legs, lower the legs, lift, spiral around, and let's repeat. We want to have the ball at the ankles with one leg above the other every time. Rotate, send the legs down, lift them up, spin it around, lower and lift the legs, spin the ball around. So what does this do? Obviously, it incinerates the abs as you feel, and it really challenges the obliques, the inner thighs, which is part of the core powerhouse, and everything in between. Go ahead and sit all the way up. Let's just stretch forward, get a little recovery there. Everything should be working a lot. All right, so let's come into a prone position. So I like to put the ball right at the top of the stomach, at the bottom of the chest or breastbone area, just so you got a little ramp. We're going to start with wide feet, and let's just lift into back extension. Inhale, and then exhale to release down. So the ball is preventing you from going all the way down, obviously, but just use this as a little bit of a support aid to promote more extension safely. Breath in as you rise, and then let's add sort of like a breaststroke kind of arm here. I like to keep palms facing the floor and essentially drawing these large like wings or sort of like a circle going out wide to hips and then together. Meanwhile, the lower body is fixed. We're on that ramp, so our extensors are working. Lengthen around and then hold forward right into a swim. Much harder to keep one half of the body stable. So let's keep those legs steady and just swim, 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 swim the arms. From here, hands to forehead, we're going to rotate. So without lifting or lowering the body, we're simply twisting for rotation prone here. This is all of the postural muscles wrapped into a nice little bundle here. This is the back side of the core. Don't forget it when you're doing your ab work. Just as important as the front if you want to build strength. I could do these for a long time because I know how good they are for your body. So do as many that don't feel bad. All right, and then like a legs only swimming, take the arms around. Now we've already got a substantial lift to this spine. So we're going to do beats here. Flex, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So you can alternate them or you can just do point and flex, whichever you prefer. Now let's take the body back into a lovely little shell stretch. All right. So let's go ahead and take a nice big stretch up and then rotate down, threading the needle, hand underneath. Get that thoracic rotation. And then, of course, on the opposite side, reach the arm up and then thread underneath here. And then we're back up. All right, so from here, we're going to wrap it up with a plank. So 60 seconds on the clock. Let's go ahead and get yourselves into a beautiful forearm plank when you're ready. Timer begins now. So because we're going to be holding for 60 seconds, let's talk form. We want to have our shoulders wide. So I always tell my students that the mat is hot and you want to be pressing the body weight up and away from the mat the whole time. So shoulder blades wide and supported. Now I'm going to start moving here just to keep it entertaining. You can do anything you want. I like shifting forward and back in the feet as it very quickly translates to the abdominals. So up on the tippy toes, higher up in the upper abs, sinking back, and then of course the low abs. Maybe let's little twisting here through the hips. So pivoting, twisting, twisting. Let's not roll off the toes. We want to keep those feet together and stable, and we're simply rotating through the waist. That's actually a golfer's exercise here, or any rotational sport. We're going to just almost make it here to 60 seconds and then take a break. Let's go ahead and take that nice little easy unsupported swan, stretch out the rectus abdominis, and then reach back and grab a foot for a quad stretch. Scooch the knee in so it's a bit more parallel with its own hip, and just breathe. We had our legs in tabletop quite a bit, so make sure you don't forget to skip the hip flexor stretch. Takes somewhere between 20 and 40 seconds for the fascia to release as well, so take your time breathing here and releasing. All right, let's go ahead and rise up to our last little rounded back stretch, and you have made it. So if you're looking for core strength and low back strength, this was the workout. I hope you enjoyed it. Everybody have a wonderful day. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.